Eventually, like later down the line, I want to get a really goofy.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. That's
one of my.
I want to tattoo it, dude. You want a taco? I'll tattoo it. I'd love to, but on here. You may want to take this off if you can. Ink is not forgiving on jewelry. Or clothing. And you'd figure right off the bat when I first learned to tattoo, wear an apron, but you know, ruined all my clothes for 15 years before I started wearing an apron. Young, you don't think about the cost of things, you know, but after a while, it starts adding up. From Tucson?
Yeah. What about you?
I've lived all around. I moved to Tucson in '98 after having lived here for about 3 years previously. Moved away, came back. Just Tucson's home. It is unique, and that's why I love it. No other city like Tucson. I'm gonna have you stand up and step right over here if you can. One of two ways we could do it. We can either do it standing like this or here, but either way, it will be centered differently because there's two bones in the arm, the radial and the ulna. Anytime that our arm shifts, all the skin twists and turns at different spots. So, how do you want to show it off?
Like if my arm is just like in a normal prone, where it's like
You want it palm out. Yeah, you don't want it straight sit like this because as soon as you turn like that, it's wonky right off the bat. Okay. Yeah. And when you look at it, you know, this is the next thing is most importantly, it's for you too. Well, mainly for you. Neurolinguistics, man. It's what we see. You know, it's just like if we wake up every day with a room full of clutter, our thoughts are going to be cluttered. Same thing. Well, I don't understand. Permeates.
the saying of
Good. Just a little bit, but you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, it's probably turns slightly.
nothing. Yeah, let me 100%.
Too much. Okay. And we stencil. Like, yeah, we gotta amputate and hopefully, man, grow that limb back. But I mean, back in the days, man, they didn't even them old timers, no stencils at all. Actually, seen a guy not even draw on somebody.
It was just free.
I've seen true freehand in a professional environment. Wow.
I want to do those.
I wouldn't. No way. Like one, it's not a confidence thing. It's more of a professional thing. Like person there expectation visible before we ever vision. Oh, I'm the tool putting it together. Just not here. It's all in the prep, man.
You're good. I know.
To do it right.
I was trying to get this done before I go back to school.
Okay.
The scheduling was just.
Already. You know what I mean? Already booked out. More shot. So I'd rather take 40 times to get it on there. I cut the paper wonky, so it's not going. The edges that I cut. Throws me off just so little with the edges of that paper. See those people blindfold tattoos? You understand what I mean by blindfold tattoo?
Like the client?
Client.
Oh, me and my dad used to. And they do challenges like.
Yeah, the client doesn't get to see what it is.
They just get some. I never understood.
Yeah, I'd never. Artist. Pay me to do it. I mean, this is what dice is for and stuff on the wall. I'll be like, all right, well, hey, roll something. That way, it's not on my decision. If it's
yeah, they gave me some of those options. I would.
The person don't like it. It ain't on me.
If I get paid for it. $100 to get a shark in the tongue.
cow, man. On with the stencil. It just. If this one don't go right, I'm going to reprint this stencil so I can cut the paper right.
Is there a way I can put my arms in with you?
Just like that, man. I'm reprinting. Lines on it. Or doesn't give me a straight line to look at. I'll take you just a second. That's why I keep it. It's the process. Yeah, no, please. Yes. No, so much easier. Ah. Can't even trust a doctor with this stuff. Not just only a tattooer. Straight as an arrow, man. And then with the shading, the other part. All right, so we got shading that's coming up through here to even it all out. So.
when I was like 99%.
So it's been summer, about summertime was last time you were in?
For my touch up.
Last time you had.
Thankfully, I've never had an issue with doctors.
Yeah, doctors' offices have a little bit different needles than we do. But and most people don't realize that. They just needles in the skin, you know. Well, it's not a syringe, so we're not injecting anything into the system. And it's actually through capillary action, not capillary action that the ink actually goes into the skin. So the needles leave a cavity. It's so small it draws the ink into the skin. That's the ideal situation.
First time, I didn't know what kind of like feeling it was gonna be, but it wasn't. I did get a big 3 straight hours of all this and a lot of shading. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. So if I got through that, I think.
How much sleep you been getting lately? Not
Too
too much?
Probably too much.
Okay, well,
Winter break.
it's better than too little. Too little would sleep deprivation has a tendency to people more sensitive to pain.
Pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you've had that part done, for me, I'm just planning my head. You know what to expect.
Yeah. I was telling her earlier. Sometimes I scratches and stuff that I forget.
Yeah, I get you on that,
I
man.
always have some wake up and there's just some bruise, some scratch.
Like, heck,
I'm always bumping into stuff.
like that all the time too. Get that bruise. I'm bleeding from what? All right, here we go. Do that. If it doesn't meet your expectations of pain, let me know and I'll be more than happy to accommodate. What are you going to school for?
Environmental science.
The plan. If you go in that direction, you definitely have a direction you're on to run. But then, huh?
Yeah, plans do research. Save the world. Yeah, do research. Try to help out.
It's fortunate. So, own business for yourself. Seems smart enough. So that, which means going after grants and you're wanting to do specific study. This is just my suggestion. It's totally up to you. You have a specific study within that, or a niche that really calls to you. Expert in that one thing in that field. And be the best. Be the go-to.
Right now, my niche about water. I just got expertise.
All right.
That's the plan for now. I'll see.
Looking for ways to clean water and all that, or
Clean water, keep it clean.
I was on a expedition go back to the state of Arizona, and fascinating things I didn't know about, like less than 1% of our rainwater makes it to the aquifer. I had no clue, and this had to do with solar panels displacing wildlife, displacing the things like that, and displacing water. It just water getting to the aquifer. I'm not like I was any part of science that was there. It's just I had to overhear it, and I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah, water. Those things. I have it.
I'm gonna go into research, find either ways that are like ways to get us clean water.
Quite the endeavor, man. The
Original school for something like that. Tell you how many times I've taken on that.
But yeah, with what you're doing, you have to have math to back up your empirical data, right? This is where all the numbers have to add up, especially for investors or even grants. Man. They've got to see the data.
But it's a certain kind of math that I've struggled with, but
Okay.
I've learned. I've learned to work with it,
No worries.
even if I don't like it.
You know, learn to something like that. You know what you do? You turn it around because it's an emotion. It's an emotion, and let me tell you, it's only your emotion ain't going to get you where you want. It's systems. It's your systems. It's your plan. It's your roadmap that'll get you where you need to go. Not how you feel about it, because there's going to be days you're going to feel like it. When you choose a career like that, it is a marriage. Just like a marriage, there's good days and there's bad days. There's times you love it and
I'm working with it, getting there. I'm committed. Yeah.
that's kind of the cool thing with school, right? I mean, it just you can continue education, be a part of the teaching process. Learn to teach and teach to learn. You want to be the best student, become a teacher. Because when you have to break everything down into finite, you become the better student. Not that I'm any. Done a few things outside. I'm doing.
You like some
So,
different.
man, I've worn many hats in life. I'm executive. I'm co-host on a radio show. I'm associate producer. A director for a nonprofit called Was Breakfast.
You guys do that?
We honor heroes. Everybody from SEAL Team 6 members to school bus drivers. You believe they're a hero? We believe they're a hero. We want to honor them. Who's your hero?
My hero? Kind of cliche.
No, that's not cliche, man. That's awesome that they're your hero. That's the whole point. Is to identify these people in your life that mean that much. And within that, it's real heroes don't wear capes. Real heroes are every day in our lives, all around us. Who's your hero? That sounded so commercial, didn't it?
I know.
Who's your hero? I mean, little things like that, right?
Say more than one person, but
Absolutely, and and that's life is, man. You'll have many mentors, many people who've touched you. That you'll. I'm 55, so I'm looking back at my life and just looking at all the mentors I had up to that I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it were for them in my life. Well, it makes me very grateful. But with all the mental health issues and stuff like that that's out today, I've lost many friends to suicide, and because of that, we have two types of breakfasts that we call. But the whole thing is to open up dialogue between, because it's in getting people to talk and open up to it. I've lost too many. I've lost too many. So the whole thing with Hero Breakfast is very near and dear to my heart. And it's good things coming up. First, well, I had my first board meeting on New Year's Day. Well, we got some good direction. A lot of content. We produce. I'm producing 3 pilot series at the moment. I won't get into the details of it. Intellectual property. Yeah, it's just interesting stuff, and it's to make that impact. So and that's when you have something on your heart that's is bigger than you, and it's a service to other people. It's a phenomenal thing, like what you're doing. Be able to do this. I mean, how many people? Well, you've got to do it for you first and foremost, But having that, that fuel of saying, okay, well, people need this. But God didn't create you for this time and this place just for that purpose.
I think I was always here to help. She's doing health different way. Yes, hopefully my help's not. It's not as direct. But
Well, and even within that, right? It's for like myself. The only time I like doctors sick or something's wrong. My health, I educate myself. And I think that's where Western medicine is realizing. Oh wait, we okay, need to be more active. But the only way to do that is you got to bring them up in it. You've got to bring them up with that mentality. For the heart and everything. It just all these different things. What I don't quite understand at all is I'm not a doctor. I can't give advice. I can't give medical advice. But yet, insurance companies who are not doctors could deny service, life giving service. No, I'm not. It just my. They're like, oh, we need healthcare reform. We need healthcare. What? I'm sorry. Anytime the government has ever put its fingers in anything, they've ruined it. So why would we want them to take over? Oh, well, because it makes the right people more money, and that's all it is. The right people. It ain't us. Ain't the little people.
Those look some kind of get used to it.
We got one person watching. Actually, I had like 4,800 people watching. 4,800 views. Actually, I think it was 8 today. Yeah, I looked at it and it was done as like 1,000. Like, wow. All right. I'll
That's
take it.
that interesting.
It yeah, I mean, well, interesting. It's the weekend, Sunday. People need to watch more on Sunday. This little thing moved. It was like, yeah.
But
And it's on the T, right? Be like, no, man, I thought you wanted a Russian Orthodox cross on you, man. Close enough. Oh, St. Peter's cross, don't they? I think that's what the Russian Orthodox cross is. I don't know. But it's got like 3 cross members. Got an interview? Oh, heck yeah! Congratulations.
I work at a chain place right now. And I got.
Gotta do what you gotta. I mean, you guys are young enough to, think about that retirement. It's either bust your ass now or later. Yeah, because I'm finding out there's no Social Security. Just there's nothing there for just well,
before we got here, I have this dumb idea with my friends, which I'm when I starting.
Dude, absolutely. That is a great idea.
And she wants to do a coffee shop, so she has a coffee shop. I have my friends out.
Heck yeah.
And then a radio station. We love music.
I don't know why.
And our music taste is so.
Try not to talk with your hand, brother.
Oh,
Appreciate it. I just don't want any
It's
of the
gonna
wavy
tell you
lines.
this, I should've.
no, our music taste is very wider. Hit a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot about radio. Big
I'm even
sponsors.
old. Right when you He's done stuff with passions.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Well, I mean, I've done. I can't say I've done all that, but when I was 16, I recorded an album with the band, Latin band here in Tucson. That was really cool. Only gringo. Everybody was like 3 times my age, so I got to play with these musicians that were just absolutely. And but outside of that, yeah, travel a bit. I've used to contain riots. Spent some time in Puerto Rico and then a little time in Africa. Ninajifunza Kiswahili. Learning a few words of Swahili is what I said. Meh. Oh yeah. I mean, healthcare. Yeah, there's Swahili speakers here. Forgot about that. I think most of them are from Uganda, though, aren't they? I don't know. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's right next. Yeah, that's a place to be. RC. I moved gold. No, legally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not illegally. No. No, they wanted me to. Oh yeah, no, I got asked to do some pretty shady stuff over there. But and their whole thing is, well, you don't know unless you ask.
Yeah.
Like, well, all right, yeah, no, I'm not going into South Sudan for you. Thank you.
My internship in the summer is for a gold miner.
Okay.
Might be moving gold if I find gold.
Well, generally, if it's in Nevada, it's probably magma mines, and basically what they've got huge rock crushers, right? So you're just literally taking all these rocks and putting them in huge crushers that are about the size of this house, this whole building. Oh yeah, and it's got classifiers, everything in it. I know because I assembled one when I was like 18, baby Nevada. It got to walk the I-beam. Yeah, that was some fun stuff. Almost got to do hang gliding. We moved on before I wanted to go hang gliding so bad. I'm not scared of heights, so. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, that was some fun stuff. But yeah, nowadays, yeah, the efficiency and how gold is processed is just unreal compared to 100 years ago. Now, the smaller mine operations still use turn of the century technology. They use mercury to collect the gold up. Oh yeah, and then just literally blowtorch the mercury until it's gone and the gold's just there. Yeah, I've got pictures of Kelly ponds that have mercury. It just yeah, we're not talking like little amounts of mercury. And these guys got their feet in it. There's ducks running around that are all deformed and stuff. Oh yeah, no, it's just that was some scary stuff. And just like, yeah, you want to hang out there much longer? I'm like, yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, it's to make it profitable, right? You got to know your particles per million. You got to have your assay done. Because you can take any dirt and go have it assayed and figure out how many particles per million gold is. Almost everything has gold in it. But whether it's profitable to extract it, that's another whole another. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And we processed 100 tons and got 2 ounces.
Yeah, I think what they're really doing, like, have
Okay.
some, they have this certain process, but they tiny flakes of gold that you wouldn't think are extracted to put that much effort to get that little amount of gold.
Agua Ria.
All of that builds up, and then they put it in these sides of hills that are like slanted, and they have these water sprinklers that water it, and then that stuff leaks down,
Leaches it out.
leaches down, giant tarp chemical.
Agua Ria.
From there, they put in these machines and stuff to separate that out through science.
Basically, they put it in acid that specifically dissolves the gold and not, and leaves everything behind, and then they extract that out of that.
All that's left is a little tube, but that whole tube just looks like, doesn't look like gold, but
No, it's yeah, it's kind of this like powdery white crap, man.
either try to keep that stuff from not polluting the water. Keep that
Yeah.
water.
Dude. Well,
They haven't really told me exactly what
yeah, there's a lot of people in Africa that could use that too.
I've always wanted.
Well, have no doubt, Africa has the same type of systems that we have. You know, a lot of people think that they're so back, so far back that they don't have unions, they don't have all this stuff. You know, they're thinking that most people are living in mud huts. No, they've got businesses, they've got corporations, they've got unions, they've got work groups, all these different things. It's just everybody's kind of out for themselves. Most people that leave and get a Western education.
Caveman. Like,
No, not at all.
I don't. That's what a lot of people think.
Or they think, like Somalia, where it's just, a lot of it is kind of similar to that, but not a lot of it.
Really pick out the bad places. I get there's bad places here and there. A lot of places here that are like picky choosy. I like to travel.
Good people and bad people on all walks of life, all society, all cultures, all races, all genders. There's good people and there's bad people. It just one group that's better than the other. unless you're a duck. You know, ducks, man, they got it made.
Swimming, people give me free.
Yeah, man. Go chase some fish around, you know.
To be on commercial.
Half-Life.
You're like, man, you got that sexy duck walk, lady. You know, look at that waddle.
No peanut walks. Her family just got a dog.
Watch so.
When I was a kid, we had this. She was a mutt, but we called her Princess. She like black lab mix on a farm, you know, in Oklahoma, and she was only about 6 months old, and a rattler bit her. And no, she was 9 months old, so she wasn't fully developed yet.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the remedies to a snake bit dog is pouring cream and grease down, you know, and it festers the venom into a pocket in mouth. Well, unfortunately, it came out on her neck and kind of deformed her spine, so she was always running sideways, kind of a bit. But when you said that waddle, the first thing that went through my mind was her. Oh, I'm sorry.
She was old. She was 19. She was
Holy cow! 19-year-old dog. Mutts make some of the best dogs.
I have a black lab right now.
Okay.
Snickers.
Snickers.
She's 10. She just around 10.
Gonna blow your mind right now. You see all these scars? Well, they're I'm 55. They're good. I got them when I was 3 years old. Over 500 stitches in my head. Put me in the hospital for 2 weeks. Left for dead by a black lab. Of all dogs. Now, mind you, I love black labs, and you know, as an adult, I'm not weirded out by dogs. But black labs, I mean, they are the like number one family dog.
Yeah.
You know, I think a golden retriever is probably about the only thing that you could one up on.
Yeah.
You know, and even then, it's like they still have the same mentality. You know, it just maybe a golden retriever is a little more wiggly. You know,
That's what when you think man's best friend, you think
yeah,
a retriever.
absolutely.
A lab.
Let my hands dry here and get my back on. Coffee.
I've always wanted, especially if you train her right. Because I also have a bully,
Okay.
and he's the sweetest thing like ever.
Mini bully or
No,
No, he
you
big.
big old
Has a
fat head.
giant head. But he's
thinks
toned. He's toned. He has a 6-pack. He's like everything.
And he thinks he's a chihuahua sitting on your lap.
Basically, he's just a giant walking teddy bear tank.
They have I've had so many bullies.
killed.
I'd like to get one of those mini ones, but I hear that they have hip problems.
Yeah.
Like, you little add-on.
We had 2, and one of them we had to put down because out of nowhere one day his hind legs stopped working. And yeah, we couldn't afford to like get whatever, either a wheelchair or surgery or whatever we could. But out of nowhere, nothing happened. He didn't fall or anything. It just stopped working. And this one, Poncho.
Hey, oh heck yeah, he looked like a poncho.
We thought he had the same thing a couple of months ago, but he just had valley fevers. Had to get him prescribed pills, and he's all good.
Yeah.
He's a giant baby. He'll run you over, but then he'll give you cuddles.
run you over to love you.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Hey, the elephant in the china shop, right? Or bull in the china shop with a heart of gold.
Yeah. It's all how you train.
Yeah, there's I've had a few. I think some of it can be backyard breeding too, and some of it where it's people who don't know what they're doing can mess up a dog, and well, sometimes it's the breeder's fault, for inbreeding and stuff like that, and then selling those puppies. And just all it takes is one dog that don't have it. It's a little off. All it takes. That's what I think happened with me. Good.
And I was like a surprise because my half the time when I go to the doctor, shots. Like I never look.
Oh,
So,
I
like,
always
looking makes it worse. And then by the time I look back and needle's already out. Spinal tap. I got a spinal tap one time.
Oh,
That was the
dude.
worst thing. And that wasn't even the worst part. It was the aftermath, but just that feeling. Was the...
Usually hit Del Taco. It's it's been a while since I've done Taco Bell, but ever since I had Del Taco, it what Taco Bell used to taste like for me. And it seemed like every time I go back to Taco Bell, some taste has changed. And I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like getting older, my taste buds are changing.
Well, has chicken. You wouldn't think, but it's so good. Because I have a friend who works there, so he comes food and he's like sick of all when he's working there. But when the tenders came out,
Something new, man.
if he likes it, I trust his judgment or anybody. That's because Zay told me. I had Del Taco. Maybe it
No,
was just the location or just that one time, but
Well, there's only one in Tucson.
One on Broadway.
Yeah, I went first.
I was a kid, so maybe my taste buds have changed a lot.
They always treat me good.
It's right across from school.
Hopefully. Yeah, no Montezuma's revenge on me from there, but 2 in the morning. What's that? I love doing them all, honestly. It is the amount of focus that I get to put in. The whether it's big, whether it's small, um, just a process for me, and turning out what's sitting in front of me. I don't think too much. Whether I enjoy the object itself versus the techniques that are going in behind it. Making sure that I'm getting everything I need to. And everything has its own challenge, including like lettering. Um, but everything takes time to develop methodologies for. That's really all it is. And anything in life, everything is a template of being able to apply methodology to. You can apply methodology. Now, on the instructor thing, when you asked about that, I've taught many different things. I've been certified instructor, different things, but martial arts being one of the real defining things that have helped me become a better student, and was being helping instruct as young as 15, already instructing. What's that? And it's what it does. It teaches you to break down what you have to show somebody, so you become a better student in understanding what is being done in front of you. When you apply it to other things, um, it's a repeatable process.
I did karate a little bit when I was.
Heck yeah.
I got up to.
No martial arts do you?
Kenpo, I've done Chori Foot Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, Krav Maga, Jikawi. I've done a lot of different martial arts, yeah. And the funnest has been the Filipino martial arts. Everybody knows most people know who Ferdinand Magellan was. He was the first person to documented to circumvent the world. That's probably the best term for it. In 1492, he was commissioned by Spain to go conquer the Philippines for a trade route. It's just like, hey, things just opened up for China now. Now get the Silk Road. That's instead of having to travel overland, we can do it by sea now. Okay. Goes up in the Philippines. I believe it was, if I remember the numbers correctly, there was like 1,800 uh, mercenaries that they took with them, and musketeers. I mean, now musketeers also fenced. They Ferdinand Magellan was not only a musketeer; he could fight with the sword really well. That doesn't matter to the Philippines. All these farmers, yeah, just they slaughtered them all. They celebrate it in Cebu, Philippines, every year. The king Lapu-Lapu killing Ferdinand Magellan with one stroke. I could be wrong on all that, but not on the celebrating every year. The finite little details. But so they left like 80 people alive. They went back to Spain, and Spain came back with more guns and finally conquered them. And said, "We want to learn what you guys kicked our ass with." And that's, you probably heard the term Eskrima. No, Eskrima is the Filipino version in Spanish of their martial arts. Doce Pares, 12 pairs. There was 12 major families. I mean, this is all extremely documented. Now, mind you, Southeast Asia probably has one of the oldest and most complete combat systems in the world. What I mean by combat system is goes a little bit deeper than martial arts. We're talking ranged weapons, all the way to ground fighting, and whether it's Kali, Eskimo, whatever, they had their forms of it all the way before Brazilian Jiu Jitsu was around. If you've seen Dumog, I would be highly surprised to find out that the Gracies never visited the Philippines or South Pacific, because some of it looks like watered down fog. Sporterized. Some of it's just designed to where you take it to the where you're killing the guy, killing your opponent. So, and partially even on top of that, you're doing it with your hands free. You tying them into a freaking knot, snapping their whole body, and your hands are the ones that are free, while that person just pinned. There's a move called passing the gate. I love it. I've used it, and it's a tackle defense, and it's somebody flat on their ass in a position that locks their whole body up, where they're just sitting on the ground and they can't move, and you're not touching them anymore. Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know what the name is in Tagalog, but in the game.
Well, just to learn this, just for the one is
Sometimes it's where you only want to use enough to person from, yeah, and sucks.
isn't what a lot of martial not necessarily like hurting somebody section. It all depends.
defense. There's a reason why the defensive martial arts that was preached in the 70s and 80s fell through when UFC came on. You can't win with a defense. You can't. At some point, you have to go on the offensive. Now, it doesn't mean that you're an instigator. That it's being instigated, stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I mean, it just block, then punch. Block and punch at the same time. I mean, it just here we go with rules of boxing, Western boxing. I mean, you're blocking and countering almost at the same time. It just little things like that. It just real world stuff. Yeah, the whole passive martial arts systems that they tried to purport back in the 70s and 80s, it turned into this commercial thing where it was just about getting in the dojo and taking their money and showing them, how to do katas and okay, let's have some points tournaments and but how effective was it really? I think it's whatever it is, it's how effective that person is. They make it. The martial arts were practiced by people who just didn't really know what they were doing, and they were purported experts in it. They weren't. Just because somebody has a black belt doesn't mean they're proficient. They've earned it. They've learned everything that they're supposed to, but it doesn't mean they're proficient at it. You get the honor and respect. They just belt don't mean. And knowing something doesn't necessarily mean you get the good end of the stick. It just increases your probability of having a better outcome in a high risk situation. But by no means is it a guarantee. And I think that's really a lot of the mentality of the 80s was like, okay, punch me, throw a punch. And then they get hit and be like, well, why didn't that work? A lot of pride was hurt back then. Yeah, I heard like the tea becoming popular over, in like England and all that. Once the trade routes opened up, to the Far East, because of tea, that they had to boil water, right? They didn't know about Giardia and all that. It started saving their lives, a lot more people's lives when they started having to drink is boiling their water. I love tea, Arizona tea.
Peace tea. I know that's not. Tea,
That's fake.
I know, but it's
peach tea.
Peace tea.
Oh, peace.
It's like it comes in cans. Also, like it's like Arizona.
it's
not.
It's not real tea, but it's really sugary.
Is it made by Arizona tea?
No. It's more of a nostalgia thing because whenever I used to go and best thing. Like chai. Like even when I was sick, as a kid, my mom some kind of tea, a remedy that
Yeah,
I knew
same
it always
here.
worked. It all went.
Mom's love in it. What it was.
Mom's love.
Good memories like that. Yeah. Like, yeah, they stole my car. As the cops pulled him over. Oh, this is your car, huh? No, no, I don't know that. Not that one. Yeah, I know. It just looks like mine.
Then there's one car that's been doing donuts right across, and they always do it at like
Live in the Vistas too.
really south side.
Like 36 Country Club. That's exactly where they've been. Right across the street from the food bank. And just somebody got a new car for Christmas.
You could even see the marks, marks in
A little different than sketching. Okay, thank you. Maybe. There it is. You still want the shading around it, right?
Yeah, light shading because I don't feel like as
Okay.
shaded as this thing is.
Kermit the Frog.
Just
No,
to
I'm just kidding.
kinda feel it
the,
in.
the first season Family Guy, there was a tattoo scene in there. Peter Griffin goes in. He takes this jar of money into the CPA, right? And the guy takes his money and all that. There's walks into the back, and there's a tattoo parlor in the back. And well, some grungy old biker back there waiting on the guy, and he switches hats and yeah, I want a skull on my thigh. The guy's like, well, I do a great Kermit the Frog. Oh, I want a skull on my thigh. And he starts tattooing Kermit the Frog it is. You know he's dead as soon as he's done. He's like, yeah, I do a great Kermit the Frog. That was a running joke for a while. Do a great Kermit the Frog.
When when I told when I told her about the taco, she was kind of skeptical. Friends about why would you let him get that? I forget the name, the term for the style, but I wanted like how's that here?
Oh, American traditional. Yeah. I would highly recommend. Truly. For American. I can do it. But don't know what American traditional do it. It's why it kind of takes it to that to a level that so after 27 years in the industry, I've yet to see anybody put out some of the stuff that he puts out.
I'll give it a little ways away. I know for sure.
Definitely want to go with somebody that specializes in it.
Yeah, I could wait.
I was visiting this was years ago. Dallas. Was it Oliver Peck? His studio, Elm Street Tattoo Masters, something like that. What? He was Kai Van D's husband at some point, I think. But anyways, or boyfriend, I don't know. Yeah, if you want to work for him, you have to sign a contract, which blew me away. Like, wow, contract that you will do nothing but American traditional. He doesn't want anything else in his shop done now. what he wants to be known for, and that's what he's known for. Let me tell you, they weren't hurting for business. Going and just jabbing with an artist, is near impossible. I only got two because it's like another artist. Just check it out. Oh, heck yeah. At my portfolios. Totally different than what they did, but
You do anything special?
um, no, not really. I mean,
No.
I was at home, looking around the house. It was 2 days I actually relax. Usually my days off from here are pretty hectic. Working.
That's awesome.
Yeah, bro. The shading around it and in there.
She bummed the shit.
I don't know.
Bless you.
Bless you.
How did you go about like after your policy coming in?
Yeah, I generally go a little more than a year. I know the shop guarantees it up to. If I'm for some reason I go out here, he'll honor it up to a year. Myself, yeah, I just depending on exactly what needs to be done, just hit me up, man. You know, we'll get you in.
I'm still
I was like, man, I always thought South Point was
I
freaking
know.
good, man. Football.
they are. I just don't like it. I played him a couple times. It's never ended well.
Either a back, receiver.
Me? No,
Yeah.
I was O line. center and left.
All right. You feel like a back.
Yeah, I probably lost 230 my senior.
Okay.
And I lost my. Still trying to build back my strength, bro.
Yeah, and even with that, right? So you lose muscle too, so you lose strength as you. That's why like power lifters, they have all that extra little fluff on them because it does them stronger. There's a reason they still have that fluff. But if you've seen people like Dave Tate who've taken it to the extreme and stripped down, I mean, after being some of the strongest people in the world, power lifters, and then stripped down like a bodybuilder would and look just like a bodybuilder underneath it all. It just, yeah, more like an athlete than not calling them bodybuilders, not athletes, but a little different than somebody who's doing an action sport. There we go. That's probably a better. Because absolutely, those bodybuilders, they are athletes, man. They take care of their bodies to an extreme, and it is, it takes a lot of discipline to get to that levels.
I see some of those competitions where they like have to lift a giant boulder.
Oh yeah, Eddie Hall,
Yeah.
Brian Shaw,
Those
and
are
them. Yeah, I follow them.
like lift a bus or something like that, where they pick up the whole car or something.
I want to try that.
I lifted my car.
The My freshman year in high school, I was in Oklahoma. Two country boys that were seniors. They took this girl's Beetle. Golly, Spooky Robinson was. She was born on Halloween. So took me a minute. I was like, oh, Spooky. That's right. Spooky Robinson. Took her Volkswagen Beetle, picked it up, and turned it sideways. They picked it up and moved it sideways. Seniors. They just.
Farm strength is a
Yeah, I mean, these were farm strength boys, just farm strong boys.
What do my old teachers have? They're dead. All the girls picked one that you couldn't drive down. So I started his car.
That's hilarious.
only cool. I didn't play. I was on the bench.
I just saw him.
I was there. I saw him. He was whipping us.
Shoot, our team was so small in Oklahoma. It just played first string offense, defense. It just kick return, punt team, it just all of that. It's like, we were worn out by the end of the game.
We weren't that small, but a lot of us did both sides. Did a little D line too, and a lot of us they forced us to drink pickle juice.
Okay, yeah. Well, you don't
cramp. Yeah,
Yeah.
the little salt tablet.
Yeah, there's probably nothing better on the planet than pickle juice for cramps. Yeah. I hate pickles too, man. But yeah, I get cramps. Yeah, I'll drink pickle juice. I'm not a big pickle fan.
I refuse to take. I took
Loved wrestling in the off season. Some fun.
Family.
Okie State.
Yeah.
Ah, he's a cowboy, yeah. Sorry, my uncle owned the Sooner Barbecue, the world famous Sooner Barbecue in Norman, Oklahoma. Yeah, so I'm a Sooner. Just Cowboys suck. No, I'm just kidding.
Sun Devils suck.
But don't ever put down some other state, but not put down the Sparky. So I'm not a big Sparky fan. Yeah, it's U of A all the way, man. Bear down Cats.
Imagine
Yeah, we got like 17 people watching right now.
when she went for the New Year's thing, she asked me, "What do you?" They've seen it all.
So mejor esta llegar. All right. Mi español es muy malo. So I try.
I respect that. That's all that matters.
A lot of it, man, is just now vocabulary, right? I mean, just memorizing it. Like, well, unless I'm using it every day, I don't. So it's hard to memorize stuff and retain it. Maybe that's just age. Maybe I'm just getting old. We'll leave it at that.
I regret that I feel like I would have been.
I loved it because it had the hardest freaking workouts on the planet. I was just like, yeah, I mean, it just some of the workouts from, and that is, I mean, this was before I knew anything about jiu-jitsu or Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So I mean, and it wasn't necessarily about wrestling to me. It was just, man, I never felt anything like this. It was such a hard freaking workout. Plyometrics. Didn't know what plyometrics were back then, but darn it, we were doing them.
It's always hot. My uncle, he owns a gym in town. How hot it is.
Well, because people are sweating, it's humid in there. Want to check it out?
Checking it out this whole time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. Man.
Sweet. Sure, you know how to take care of your ink by now.
Do you guys happen to have the wrap, or should I?
What type of?
It was like it's not saran wrap, but it was like the special plastic wrap that I put
Oh
around it.
I do have some of that.
I forget the name of it.
It's a Sanoderm. Yeah. Yeah. It's. You're okay with it then?
Yeah.
Okay. Not everybody can get away with it.
No, it's easier. I don't have to worry about randomly touching. That's it. This is easier because this one.
Don't bleed into it and everything.
Not that cold. Like if you had to guess how long do you think this would be to heal? Because I know it depends sometimes. Size
5 to 10 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's maybe 7 to 10 days is generally a good good general rule of thumb. That's why most places say 2 weeks, but yeah, I'll say it's about 7 to 10. A diabetic, yeah, that somebody who's diabetic, that a whole different ball game. Then you have to dry heal. Yeah, I'll leave that on just for a few minutes. Let it heat up. Good off the outside. Yeah. All those red dots on the paper make it look like you got these blotches on your skin. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, well, I'm able to connect to my Facebook. Crazy.
So soap. No, it's soap. And like the user, it's.
You'll have to get these pockets. Also, if there's any like pockets of body fluids, you can do the same thing. Kind of clip it, let it out, and push it back down. Ah, all right. Well, hey guys, thank y'all for watching. I signing off here. Catch you. I won't be back till the 16th. I'll be on. I'll be on. Not tattoo.